Yo, what is up, guys? JDZero bringing you the live stream. And once again, the podcast, the TSSC podcast.
My friend wants me to join this podcast.
It's been a very long time since we did the podcast. So here's the thing. We're gonna get into two particular topics, and it has to do with Pokemon. There's been some new stuff popping up on the Pokemon Sword and Shield going on. We got people finally giving us some information on some new stuff coming to Pokemon. We got some new Pokemon showing up in said game. While we do talk on this topic, I am going to be playing a little bit of a Wi-Fi battle spot while we talk about certain topics on this. Yeah, so we now got some people who are able to play like 90 minutes of that gameplay. I guess they had like 90 minutes of gameplay played on there. They weren't able to show any new stuff for the audience because, again, Pokemon Company is trying to be on the down low when it comes to content stuff for sharing things on there until they show like an announcement from their actual channel. What do you think about that?
I think they should have released a demo at least.
Well, they did release a demo, but they're not gonna like release a demo to the mass few people because again, the whole issue was they're trying to keep stuff on the download and they don't know if anybody could really truly hack their stuff on that and try to get like information leaked out to everybody else about what's going on in the game. So they're just like, okay, who are we gonna trust with this content? Who's gonna be able to share the content? What we need them to share on that. Go ahead.
It's one of those things to where it's like we all largely know nothing about this game, and that's why I'm like, Game Freak, why you do this? Why? Oh yeah. I largely think that they got scared after they announced that the National Dex was no more. I think they're scared.
It's not that. It's really not that.
I think they're scared.
I don't think so, because the reason why I say that, from my standpoint of seeing this, it's more of like, okay, they already gotten to the point where there's a lot of other people explaining the reason why as well, why they kind of reduce it, and they kind of agree from them to do what they did for reducing it, because it is the whole concept of balancing out the game. So I respect that, and I respect the other people who understand that as well, that they needed to balance out the game. They're doing so much new graphics onto the game as well. There's new updated animations for some of these Pokemon. So to reduce that makes sense. Just to reduce the Pokemon.
It does make sense in so many ways,
but it just seems like a lot of people shouldn't have gotten mad over it, because again, you're gonna still get a good, clean game without half of these Pokemon being in there, and we still don't know how many new Pokemon they're already trying to put into the Pokédex itself. And it seems like it's still gonna be a lot of Pokemon, but we don't need the extra amount that's from all the previous other games. We just need like a good half amount of these Pokemon.
I'm gonna put this out there. They made Charizard instead of Blastoise.
You know what? They should have more of a Blastoise instead of a Charizard on there. I respect that. I understand where you're coming from, because it's Blastoise, man.
You're
gonna leave my buddy.
You know where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
But largely, I think a lot of the rumors too say that you can't have one and not the other two, and largely it's just one of those things where I'm like, okay, I can accept this, yes, like, if you take out all the legendaries that you've created over the years, you've still got, like, a good 50 to 75 Pokemon that are not going to be in the game.
Exactly.
And I think if that were to be the cut, then that's fine, because, let's face it, Ultra Beasts. Ultra Beasts.
Ultra Beast. Mm-hmm.
They're super lame.
And there are super lame, but then it's like it's not all lame because some of these Ultra Beasts are pretty good at what they do in the game. Can't lie about that. They do pretty good what they do, but it is that problem where some of these Ultra Beasts are a little bit too OP. They might only introduce some of the Ultra Beasts. They might not have all the Ultra Beasts, or they might have all of them. But some of the Ultra Beasts may be a little bit too broken for the most part. I just
feel like legendary Pokemon have, like, lost their luster over the last couple of generations.
And that's why they kind of introduced the whole Ultra Beast scene.
Yeah, and, like, I saw this and I was like, okay. Another point that I can kind of make is that Sword and Shield rumors, this is just kind of the rumor mill, but don't quote me on this, but I feel like it's been in development since 2014. And largely, I understand where they're coming from when it came to the national decks, but again, like, I will always be that person that's like, well, this is always going to be that time where it's like, okay, I can understand the decision, but I don't understand the execution.
True.
And because, you know, obviously a lot of times this game has been compared to Breath of the Wild.
Oh, there's a whole new thing about that as well. That was the information that they put out as well. That it's literally 2 maps of, like, it's like literally 2. The whole entire wild, I guess the wild area is kind of basically like 2 regions, like, of the map of Breath of the Wild. So it's a pretty good big set of a map, or a big set of a game that makes sense. That, hey, we might not have as good as graphics as Breath of the Wild, but you have to understand that that's not our game, that's not our, that's not part of our company. But hey, we get you on that. But even though this is how Pokemon and their graphics always been, it's not gonna be as a 3D model like how they do for, like, Coliseum or Revolution. We're
right, and so
good as we can make it.
And so my other kind of issue is, and I know we have, like, what, 5 weeks to go?
About 5 weeks to go.
About 5 weeks to go until the game's release, and we still have no confirmation on what the starters are.
Like the evolution of the starter? Yeah, we still don't have any.
We don't have any of that. People are kind of anticipating it, and then they revealed, which obviously everyone knows if you follow me on Instagram, there's, like, a now My Little Pony Ponyta. And I can kind of, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not going to knock a Game Freak here, but I will give them kind of some constructive criticism here that since E3 and the Nintendo Treehouse Live, and, well, let's just say since the announcement of Sword and Shield, you have relatively remained quiet.
Yeah.
Very quiet.
Surprisingly.
So, and largely, this has paid off for you in some cases, and not paid off for you. So, for me, obviously, I'll always think of, cutting the national decks is kind of a disservice to the older fans. And that's just how I'm going to leave that. And then, but I feel like there's no, when you do make an announcement, there's no oomph anymore.
Yeah.
There's no oomph.
It's not. Oh, it's bad because it's not like they're gonna get. I mean, you're gonna still have people who are gonna still shit about the whole fact that they can't use any of the other generation Pokemon. But once you start seeing like all this other extra cool shit that they're trying to do in the game, it's like, oh, well,
yeah, right.
I mean,
so don't give us a Pokedex. Don't give us, if you're gonna do this, then don't give us a Pokedex that's largely the size of, that's largely the size of like half-assed. So if you're gonna take away the national dex, don't give us 50 Pokemon, or don't give us
it's not like they're taking away the national dex.
No. Because there's still the national dex.
It's still a national dex. Yeah.
It's within Pokemon Home. That's fine.
No. I mean, like, as to like the general, how big the actual dex in the actual what'd you call it, the and the Galar region, their Pokédex is about, like they said, it's probably about a good 600 at most, as big as it could be. So it's like, well, naturally you do have a big size Pokédex,
right?
But other than that,
like 10% of that is only the new Pokemon.
10
to 15% of that is only the new Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, you're still getting a good amount of Pokemon regardless, without having the actual other extra amount of Pokemon. You still have a national dex when it comes down to it, but it's not going to be named the national dex. It just, here's the big dex that we got, here's the Pokemon that are going to be within that game, and whatever that
Which
is
they haven't
technically
that
in
People
the national dex
will
will be outside.
And it's like, also, you kind of had to largely guess which Pokemon are in this, magical 600.
Yeah.
And I think that's also kind of annoying, where it's like, oh, well, I think to kind of alleviate sort of Dexit, you should have just been like, well, here's the Pokemon that are in it. Have fun, kids.
Yeah, true. It does seem like that's what they should have went with. Like, okay, well, even though here's the Pokemon, we shouldn't just announce that, oh, there's no national dex. We just go ahead and name the fact that, oh, hey, here's our Pokédex, and we're not gonna mention anything about the national dex. Just like, okay, here's the Pokemon. There you go. Here's the dex. Here you go.
Because they did kind of make a largely contradictory statement when they made the announcement for Home.
Yeah, but then
they did.
It is also the fact that they brought Home, and it's like a lot of people wanted their Pokemon to be able to go into the game. But again, it's just like, well, this is not the only. This is not the last game that you're gonna be making, and you shouldn't like contradict them on that. Even though it's not their last game, they're gonna still make another game afterwards that's gonna introduce all the other extra amount of Pokemon that is in Home into those new games. So I mean, you could still kind of trade off any other Pokemon between those particular games that you might wanted to have that Pokemon in a new remake game, and it's probably providing the fact that maybe some of the Pokemon that are going to be in Galar region that you wanted to be in the Galar region cannot be in the Galar region for set reasons, because that it doesn't go with the game, like it doesn't fit that game style. That's why they're probably only putting in Pokemon that fit that game style, and whatever Pokemon that might be in another new game will fit that game style of how
I'm pretty sure they put Jigglypuff in there.
Yeah, Jigglypuff is that Pokemon is no lie to be fuck around with. Honestly, it's a pretty good Pokemon, especially when it's well. Wigglypuff is a better Pokemon. Let me say
Wigglytuff?
Wigglytuff is a better Pokemon than Jigglypuff. So
Well,
I get the
mean,
reason why they would put Jigglypuff in the game like that, because Wigglytuff is
obviously we can kind of see that every evolution. I think. It's hard to say. Like, I don't know. I was talking to Isaiah the other day, and he's largely still kind of like, why you do this? I don't know. I'm still like kind of excited to where I'm like waiting on bated breath for them to make some sort of ostentatious announcement. But again, we have 5 weeks to go, and so I don't know, man. I mean, come November 15th, yes, I know I'm gonna be very, 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 very comatose.
Yeah.
Because, I haven't done that in a while with, like, a good game. I mean, I do it sometimes on the weekend with Breath of the Wild, but, which everybody knows my updates on that. But I'm like, but I still think you should put at least the Kanto starters in this game, because, you have Charizard.
Again, yeah, that's another thing where it's like, it made it seem like none of the Kanto starters except for Charizard is in this game. I mean, technically, they shouldn't be doing that, where they should be leaving out the Kanto starters, or at least leaving out any starter in general, because all the starters should be in that game, because it is that game. Oh, wow, I got internet corrupted on that one. I lost that match.
Somebody went digital.
I just lost that match.
Oopsies.
But yeah, we're just gonna leave this match. Anyway, it's one of those things. I don't think all the starters. It just they haven't announced all
also
the
largely forgot
starters.
about Impidimp.
Yo, I'm pretty sure that some of the new starters or some of the previous starters might be in the game. They're probably just gonna be gift Pokemon.
Oh Lord.
That's the one thing I can see. So they could be technically be able to be in the Pokédex, but they're probably just gifted Pokemon. So that allows them to be in the Pokédex.
We're also 2 years away from 25 years.
Because we had like gift Pokemon before. So I wouldn't be surprised if okay, we have Charizard. Everybody loves Charizard, but everybody loves these other starters. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be in the game too, because they're probably just gifted Pokemon. They'll be
let's
dumb if
face
they
it.
don't.
I'm gonna point this out, and this is why I'm largely kind of disappointed with their choice. Is that, and this is why I don't use him now versus how much I did back then. Is Charizard, as much as a beloved Pokemon that it is, as generations go on, I've noticed that its moveset has become very basic.
Well, I mean, there's so much you could do with Charizard, especially with any other starter.
I heard your in the background. I did. So I'm right. So yes, there's so much you can do, but it's like, and this goes back to kind of balancing the game to where it's like a lot of the older generation Pokemon, their movesets need to be fixed.
It's either the movesets need to be fixed, or they give them a different version of that set of Pokemon to make it better. And that's why Charizard is technically up there, because that's the reason why they're making him become a Dynamax or a Gigamax or whatever you call that.
Gigantamax, and the announcement for it was super lame. I'm like, why? And
I mean, like, you look at the Charizard form, it looks pretty dope, honestly.
It does.
So I mean, again,
and I'm just gonna put this out there. What was their initial thinking about Gigantamax Meowth? Because to me, it kind of looks
It's not an old school Meowth, because old school Meowth does never look like that, and
No, it looks. Old school Meowth doesn't look like that, and it also
yeah.
doesn't look very phallic shaped.
I mean, it kind of looks like the old school Meowth, but it's just super long, and it makes no sense for it to be that long.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a comedic.
That went over your head.
It's one of those comedic things where it's like, okay, you have the whole point of how what does he call it, Executor being super long neck and everything. It's like,
like a palm tree.
They just make Meowth super long and skinny like as a giant Pokemon. That would be funny. It's one of those comedic release. Like a meme. It's basically another meme that they wanted to put out there.
Well, I'm not the only one that realized that it was phallic shaped.
Yeah. But again, it's still like one of those things where it's meme.
Oh, Japan, you wonderfully racist. You wonderfully adorable, like, WTF nation, you.
WTF,
It's like wonderfully WTF.
Exactly.
Like, there's WTF and then there's Asian WTF.
But yeah, I think this game is gonna be pretty good, even if it did have that huge cut there, because it's been showing that it's been pretty good, especially when there are new trainer customizations that's going on as well. Can't wait to start collecting like trainer cards like that. That'd be dope. There's also the fact that we're gonna have a lot more to do in that game, and it's not hugely story based, so that's a plus on that note, because a lot of people were complaining about story, and in the middle of this it's not gonna be hugely story based, so that's a good thing. It might be like probably post game type story mode, so that's
neither was Breath of the Wild, and that was one of the best games ever.
Exactly. Again, we don't know if this game might be best game ever, but it seems like everybody's saying that this might be the best game ever for the new Sword and Shield game. So,
I still want Squirtle.
I know.
Yeah, we're still talking about this.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next topic about
Pokemon Showdown.
Yeah.
What's happening?
So Pokemon Showdown might get shut down. It might get shut down.
After how many years?
Apparently, since a lot of big people like news article and whatnot has been talking about it, they're saying that they might get it shut down because of how situation's been happening. Oh, hey dude, what's up? Zeroth. Hey, hi, how's it going, guys? Finally got someone to be able to say hi to on the chat. That's cool, that's awesome. What's up, dude?
Where are you looking?
Apparently, I was able to get the chat to peer up onto the screen, so that's great. That's way much better than I had it before. So now I'll be able to see the chat when it pops up. But yeah, like I said, it's one of those things where finally some Polygon or other news outlet has finally started to say some stuff about it, and it's one of those things where it's like you could be either happy for it or disappointed for it, knowing the fact that it's been like not a lot of people has been going to Showdown lately. It's pretty much been dropping off. I'm surprised that it's been dropping off. Not a lot of people are still on Showdown as much as they used to be. They're either probably on the new Pokemon Let's Go and Eevee hype train for the most part, and pretty much trying to make competitive Pokemon there. I still kind of like avoid it the concept of Let's Go and Let's Go Eevee. The only time I use it is either trying to get.
Did you even play it?
I played it. I played it. Yeah, I played it. I completed the Pokédex and whatnot, and did what I needed to do.
Still have to help me beat the Elite Four.
I'm still surprised you haven't defeated the Elite Four yet. After so much training you should have been done onto that.
I know.
You should have been able to do it.
I realized I can't like start over either because I transferred a bunch of Pokemon from Pokemon Go, and I'm still trying to catch all of those. Wow. And then they announced home, and I was like, fudge buckets. And I'm like largely out of money right now.
Oh, snap.
And so I'm in that. Yeah,
so we got a drop of a subscriber and notifications. I don't know why my the reason why my notifications are not popping up on here is because I'm using just a regular OBS. So that's why it's not showing the notifications to pop up on here.
Have you ever tried doing this kind of discussion on Twitch?
Huh?
One day we should do this on Twitch.
We should do this on Twitch. I should just open up the other OBS and reset everything up on the other OBS, so we can.
I mean, I won't put my face, but they can hear my voice.
Yeah. Again, yeah, like I was saying,
because like if you were to do it, I could see like this super fancy like, I don't know how much. Like super fancy, super HD, like JDZero.
I don't know. I don't think I could go that far. I mean, as a good quality that you see right now, I mean the internet speed is pretty good, and it's no huge lag and everything. It's pretty decently good, so that's a plus there. But there's still the fact that maybe there is the whole issue with OBS not getting everything to be screen captured, so that's probably the issue. What was the one that
I told you to use?
It was XSplit.
XSplit.
Yeah, XSplit. I feel like XSplit would be a good thing to use, but lately it's just like I don't want to pay for XSplit.
XSplit. My computer hated XSplit.
Exactly. That's why I still haven't dealt with XSplit, because I know I'm not gonna pay for like a full version of XSplit just because of getting stuff on here. So OBS is like the only thing that's working.
It killed like my computer once. Because they just hated each other. So that's why I was like, okay, I can't do this whole like.
So Zora says, reminds me of my Pokemon days. I miss them. Oh, that's true.
Dude, we can like, dude, Pokemon is one of those games that like you can pick up like and start and pick up. It's like riding a bicycle.
Yeah, and that's why I was pitting on the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon game, because I wanted to like play a little bit of it, because I haven't played in a pretty good amount of time. My captured card is like just collecting dust, and I'm like, oh, let me just wipe that right off and start playing a little bit of Pokemon. That's
right, and I have a capture card. I mean, obviously, I don't.
Yeah, and
I don't have like all of my YouTube stuff anymore. I actually sold it to a bunch of like broadcast journalism students.
So I mean, the thing is,
with Pokemon Showdown, which was our original topic.
Yeah.
I don't know how many years it's been, but it's been a good run for it.
Yeah.
And I think, there's going to be predecessors. Definitely. But one thing I think, with the introduction of Sword and Shield, I think they should bring back like that, because largely Pokemon, you're coming up on 25 years. And I think one game that they haven't attempted in literally years, not since the Wii days, they should actually bring back like a Pokemon Stadium type game.
Yeah, and a lot of people were hoping they need like some type of battle simulator that will provide the competitive scene a little bit better. And
Yeah,
because it
because
seems like they want to like a lot of fans want to separate the whole concept of casual playing for just the casual players and something for a competitive scene that may start in the near future for competitive Pokemon, and they want more of a coliseum for it, or some type of battle simulator that will provide that.
and then they can do this. They
System
can
and
actually
software.
put like maybe like stadiums from like older games. So they can put like maybe like the X and Y stadium. They can put like the Alola stadium. They can put like the Elite Four stadiums from previous games. Because those ones are some pretty dope ones. And by the way, I found all the Kanto Starter Funko Pops.
You know what? I was thinking about getting one. I was thinking about getting the Squirtle one because I like the Squirtle one.
Wait. You're gonna be jelly then. You're gonna be jelly because I'm gonna post this and I'm gonna do that.
So you're telling me you already have it?
I have it.
Okay.
I am
That's
sending you the
fine.
picture now. I'm sending you the picture now.
You know what? The only thing about this, the Pikachu and Charmander and the Bulbasaur are the only disturbing ones I see there. That's why I only like the Squirtle one.
Yeah. I have all four, so I sent you the picture.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they just sit on the shelf.
That's cool. Again, not a big fan of the other three, but I like the Squirtle. That's why I'm thinking about getting the Squirtle one.
I found like 6 in a Target once.
Yeah. How much did that actually cost you, though?
That whole schmear? $12 each.
Oh, that's actually kind of cheap. That's not bad. I just found Squirtle on Amazon. That's kind of like about $6.
Yeah, they're not that bad.
Yeah.
And and that's why I'm like largely hoping out for like the announcement of the, so-called Pokedex. Because like without my core team in a Pokemon game, I just feel weird.
Can adapt?
I'm gonna go. Can I adapt? Maybe. I mean, I think
Should be able to.
I'm trying
adapt.
to think.
Hey, it's these are new Pokemon that's coming out, and yes, I get it. To adapt to your you can't you want to use your old Pokemon because you don't want to use new Pokemon, and I feel like
I want to use new
Pokemon.
I want to
change your battle play. I kind of want to change my battle play too, but I got Togekiss still, so
my score buddy's name is Habanero.
I still haven't came up with a name for my Grookey. I'm still thinking about it.
I still beat you. No.
Yeah, you
Score
kind of do.
Buddy.
For now. I still have my Togekiss though, so that's a plus for me.
I hate that thing.
Flinch God is coming back, my dude. Oh, speaking of that, I'm thinking about getting me an Elgato capture card.
Do it.
Because that, I need that for my Switch so I could be able to screen record on my computer for that. So, I'm thinking about getting that. Hopefully, when I get the money, I could get that and be able to do that. And again, if you guys want to go ahead and support me on that, I know this is kind of like one of those things where I shouldn't
There's
do
a
that,
GoFundMe, kids. There's a GoFundMe.
It's not a GoFundMe. It's just like if you want to go ahead and buy like a new shirt that I have, is the TSSC WDFA shirts. Definitely get one of those. Cop those. You don't have to really like cop a shirt. Just like either get like a pin there's like $2.50 for a pen. If you want to like rock out a pen with that, that's dope.
What's a pen? Like a pen?
Like
a pen?
Like a what you call it? It's not like a pen what you write with. It's a pen that you could just stick onto
like
your.
The kind you get at Topic.
Yeah, like one of those like you could just put on your shirt or your bag. Yeah, like those type of pins that you could just hook onto your bag or shirt.
Okay.
But yeah,
it's
like
$250 for better those. Living through sarcasm.
But no, it's literally like you could buy one of those that just supports me. I'm not gonna get a lot from it, but it's a good way to support me, and you're not spending as much money as you think you're gonna spend. You're
not gonna grovel to make a GoFundMe that says JD.
I'm still not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
JD Meekins now needs an Elgato.
I need an Elgato, but I just don't think that's the case where I'm gonna go with on that. You know, now if Mr. Beast comes through, that would be dope.
What's Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast is a huge on the YouTube platform where he donates streamers a good amount of money, and he supports streamers by doing that. And he makes other type of videos as well. And he helped PewDiePie get a little bit higher than what he needs to on the YouTube, where he's now at 100 mil. So, you know, that's the guy that you need to be going to when you stream.
That's like 5% of the world's population.
Exactly.
Watching PewDiePie.
Exactly. But again,
how did
Mr.
he get
Beast
100 million subscribers? I'm curious.
Like I said, like, there's a lot of support.
I have watched PewDiePie. I have watched PewDiePie, and I don't get it.
There's a lot of support, and a lot of people see that the fact that he's funny, and he uploads a lot.
I don't think he's that funny.
Most people don't. Most people do. And it's just you have like that split community who thinks he's not funny, and you have the community that thinks he's hilarious. I mean, I still feel like Markiplier is more funny than him, but still.
Markiplier.
Yeah.
And
it's one of those things. It's one of those things.
It's one of those things. I was gonna say something else, but I'm like, maybe not. Like, which one's better looking? No.
Well, that definitely goes to Markiplier.
Oh.
He is better looking. He is very good looking for an Asian guy. So, but yeah, it's one of those things where I hope I could get that Elgato though.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it, and then you're gonna want me to get one. I'm gonna have to resurface, and we're gonna be on Twitch, and then
you're gonna have to be on Twitch. We're gonna start moving like the fan base over to Twitch.
Yep.
I'm right now up to like at least 400 and I think 47.
We just need to find a way to like make things like HD.
HD. One, you have a good editing system to make things really good HD wise. You have to have a converter that also kind of like puts you in that HD qualification. Camcorder that also records in HD as well. Anything like that pretty much puts it in the HD software settings, just makes it HD wise.
And I think it's also cheaper to be a Twitch player than it is a YouTuber.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. It's like trying to bring people over to Twitch. Now, I don't know if I really want to bring people over to Twitch. Basically because of so many stuff that's been happening with Twitch that I don't want to bring people to Twitch.
Like Mixer. Whatever happened in
Mixer,
Ninja.
I kind of want to start bringing people to Mixer and maybe stream on Mixer. But there's that whole situation. I need to like look over what Mixture does and what it's allowed there in Mixture to really stream on Mixture.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of platforms now.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's about that time that I should be go ahead and ending this podcast. I thank you for coming out to.
You're welcome.
Do this stream with me, and hopefully by the end of this recording, this live stream, everybody was able to hear you clearly. I hope that I was able to fix that, and we're able to get clear voices on both sides of the Discord here to be able to talk on here and do all that. And thanks for the one person who was able to come to the podcast to chat as well with us. Again, thank you for coming out.
You're welcome.
Hopefully we could do this again. Hopefully we could get the other guys to come up onto the podcast and talk about other topics as well. Hopefully I could figure out what other topics there were needed to be talking about. But yeah, again, thanks guys.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye, friend.